Hello, my Facebook friends, my conservative friends, and the Oconee County Conservatives. I just wanted to come out, and I told you a couple of weeks back I was going to do a couple of videos, kind of help maybe enlighten people of what's going on in our county. And I wanted to focus my little video today on the election results just in Oconee County this past Tuesday night. And by the way, hope you guys see my shirt right here. I'm not arguing, I'm just explaining why I'm right. I'm just having a little fun. My wife gave me this shirt a couple of years ago. Anyway, just having a little fun with my t-shirt. So, let's start off with the votes on Tuesday night. Okay, let me change this just a little bit right here, guys. There we go. Now, what I've got right here is the percentages of some precincts that voted, of course, in our election. And what I've done is I've picked 10 precincts. We have 31 precincts in Oconee County, but I picked 10. 1 through 5 are the highest percentage of votes in Oconee County, and 6 through 10 were the lowest turnout of votes in Oconee County this past Tuesday. So I want to focus on this a little bit. Stamp Creek, which is the Kiwi area, they had the highest turnout of 68%. New Hope Community, which is in the northern part of Oconee County, 67% come out to vote. Mountain Rest was tied at 67%. Kiwi was at 65%. And Return Community, which is the community down kind of behind Seneca High School, down in that area, 63% come out. Now we get to 6 through 10, which is our lowest percentage of voter turnout. The Neary Corinth area, which is on the Highway 130, kind of closer towards the Ingalls on the other end of Seneca, heading out that way. That's Neary Corinth. Shiloh is down Shiloh Road, going towards Clemson. Walhalla number 2 was at 45%. Seneca number 4, which is at 44%, and Utica was the lowest at 34%. Now the reason why I'm showing you guys this is to let you know that, especially right here, half of you didn't come out to vote, okay? We gotta work on these areas right here. If you folks live in this area right here, and you're concerned about your county, you're concerned about your state, you're concerned about your country, if you live in this area, work on that a little bit. Get involved to know what's going on. The next time you're look at the news and you want to complain about how the country's going to, you know what? Think about it. Everything starts at home. Start to participate. Start getting involved in your party. Okay. I'm a conservative. You know what I root for. So anyway. But get involved. Now, I want to add something right here. These are some more numbers that relates to these numbers right here. Okay, yep, you can see that pretty good. Okay, in Oconee County, the overall vote turnout was 54%. So as you can see in this margin right here from 43% to 68%, overall turnout, only 54% come out. So let's break that down a little bit. 10% of you were sick with an illness, couldn't come. Another 10% of you was working or out of town. But I got to tell you folks, it's never been so easy to come and go vote now. My 86-year-old mother, who was blind, we got her in the car and took her to early voting. They actually rolled a voting machine out in the parking lot for her. She didn't even have to get out of the car. So I'm telling you folks, it's real easy to vote. Show your driver's license. You're in and out in 5 minutes or less. My mother, who is 85% blind, was done in maybe 3 to 5 minutes. Anyway, just saying. 54%. Here's a very important number. The June primary, only 16% of Oconeeans come out to vote. So 16 of every 100 registered voters in Oconee County felt the need or the time to come out and vote. Folks, let me say this is, if you don't get anything of these numbers, get this one number right here. So many good candidates have lost in June primaries because people didn't take the time to come out and get to know their candidates, get to know what they stand for. I've heard people say, I just wait for the main election to vote. Folks, that is wrong. And let me explain why it's wrong, because we're going down to this third number right here. This is the number, not the percentage, but the number of votes who voted straight party. So right here, 15,000 of folks in Oconee County came out and either walked into that election booth and hit the D button for Democrats or the R button for Republicans. You can just hit the D and your vote goes to every single Democrat. If you hit the R button, your vote goes to every single Republican. Folks, right here shows me that you didn't take the time, only 16% of you took the time to come out and get to know the name and get to know the person who you was voting for. And this applies for Democrats and Republicans, okay? You did not take the time to come out and actually get to know who the person was, or at least 15,000 of you didn't. So, in order for you to understand that when you go into a restaurant and you sit down with your friends and relatives or your kitchen table and you start saying, what happened to the red wave in this nation? Well, what happened to the red wave starts right here. You wasn't willing to get out and find out who the candidates were. You're just willing to walk in here and hit the R button or the D button, not knowing who you're voting for. And folks, I can tell you all across this nation, first of all, again, I say I'm a conservative. They are people who claim to be Republicans who are disguising themselves as Republicans when they're really Democrats. They have moderate to left-leaning ideas. It's happening right here in Oconee County. It's happening right here in the state. It's happening right here in this nation. Why do you think South Carolina is rated the most liberal red state in the whole United States? There's a reason for it. Right here. Only 16% of you, 16 out of every 100, thought to spend 5 minutes to come to the election booth. So, in order for you to get your country back, conservative values, to quit standing up for CRT, let's eliminate it. Let's start standing up for our Second Amendment, our First Amendment, all the values that we hold dear, the right to life. Only 16% of you come out. I want this number to stick in your head right here. If you have friends and families that didn't come out to vote, remind them about voting. Remind them how important it is. Remind them what I've said today. Until you change this number, you'll never change this number. If you don't reduce this number and increase this number, we're going to stay in the same boiling pot where we don't know who our representatives are. You don't know who your representatives are. We got to start thinking smart, folks. Vote with your brain. I'm sorry if I've offended anybody. Well, no, I'm not sorry if I offended anybody. I'm just speaking the truth. Get with it, ladies and gentlemen. Think about these numbers. Think about these numbers. And I hope maybe this will make you think about things in the future. I'll have more videos. Thanks a lot for listening to me, and I'll see you guys later.